What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode with us. We do want to start off this podcast by saying we are hoping that all our Floridians are doing well, especially after being hit by this major hurricane. And we're definitely sending on our prayers out to all the cities that were impacted by Hurricane Ian. We're definitely praying for you guys all down there.
Yeah,
definitely. ¿Qué onda this week, guys?
It's I'm trying so to recuperate and trying to get my headspace back into workspace, because
definitely
this hurricane helped us.
Oh my god, have some days off. A lot of people were so upset about it, but I was like, hell yeah.
Oh yeah, hell yeah for us.
Hell yeah, because you didn't get
you didn't get any damage, but it was definitely like a breather.
When I found out y'all had I was like, oh hell no!
And we in the trenches.
I was just upset because I was like, y'all, none of y'all lost light.
No, man. My Wi-Fi was working all the time.
Yeah, I was like, fuck.
The AC was blasting too.
I'm not saying that.
The AC was on.
Throwing shade.
I know. And fíjate que no se puso caliente ni nada.
Which is good.
Yeah.
Porque se puso luego fresco. So
I guess. But yeah, it was pretty scary.
It was. The winds were not joking.
I did not sleep all that night.
I think that's what really scared me was the wind, and just the fact that the water was so near our home that I was like, oh my god.
Guys,
we got sandbags just in case. We are not playing about the money.
Dude, it was the day that ya era más noche where the hurricane was gonna hit. Dude, the sandbags were all stacked up on each other, and I'm like, yo, what the hell, the sandbags? Why did we get the sandbags? Ya la mera hora estamos queriendo poner las pinches sandbags.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow.
But it's weird because your house is a little bit elevated.
It is. And we have we have steps to all our entrance.
Yeah.
Basically.
So, so you had a little.
But still, we still put on for precautions.
We tried to look for some, pero ya no había.
I feel like I didn't get spooked until probably the last day. Yeah. And then I was like, oh my god, we need sandbags, guys. We need water. We need camp food. We need flashlights.
I think I didn't I wasn't so scared until I started seeing how Fort Myers was.
Shut up. I remember
that. I was like,
because when I told Karina, she's like, yeah, they said it's not going to hit. I'm like, girl, it's hitting. It's going to hit.
I'm over here like, no, they're not. It's not going to hit us.
It's because I was like, guys, we should see if we're not going to be able to record. And Jason was like, yeah, we're going to be fine. We're going to be fine.
Yeah.
She was like, no, it's not coming towards us. And I was like, okay,
yeah,
but my OCD was like, girl,
I'm not gonna believe your ass.
I'm like, I'm scared. Girl,
I gotta have
bro, that day before or the day of, it literally told us it was coming straight towards us.
That's
and I was
true.
like, fudge.
Yeah.
What the heck?
I don't think we prepared enough.
Yeah. I felt like we did it till the last day.
Yeah, I think if we would have gotten flooded, we wouldn't have been prepared.
No, I would have had to get saved on top of my roof. I would have been like,
girl, I was like, keep your ¿cómo se llama? Your stairs close to the house.
Yeah.
I was like,
ay, pero con el viento se las fuera.
No, dude, I'm sorry, but
you know what's so weird too?
How those people get to the roof?
Yeah, no, wait. Before the storm came, me and Green were in the backyard. We're like, okay, what do we gotta put away? What do we have to put away? Dude, the stairs, not the stairs. What do they call? The ladder was already on top of the house. I was like, dang, like who put it up there?
Yeah, like what the heck?
Wow. Yeah, it was, and then so we had to take it off of the house, put it on the side.
That's
but I was
so
like,
weird.
yeah.
But we're so lucky that we have a home, guys.
Yeah,
did you see everybody's house was literally filled
and
all the way up? Like everything is bad. Like everything is gonna rot.
Yeah.
Every single thing.
And it's so weird because they were saying that this hurricane was so different because even though that it was down here, Fort Myers, it was hitting freaking Daytona and all of that side.
It all hit it too.
Yeah, todavía ni nos tocaba a nosotros, the big bands, but it was hitting Daytona.
I think how big it was too, how wide, it did do a lot of coverage.
And how as soon as it passed this, it kind of just became rain. It was what the hell? What the
and
fuck?
it got cold, which was so weird.
I liked it. I was like, ooh, it's giving me that cold vibe. I told Veda, I was like, I was like, oh my God, it's feeling like October. She's like, it's already October. I was like, oh, well, it feels like it.
Yeah, it's just so heartbreaking though, going through TikTok and seeing all these people.
Oh yeah.
Joanna was like, man, as the minutes and the hours go by, every time I go on this freaking TikTok, the Florida weather and the hurricane just looks horrible. I'm scared.
I kept telling Karina, I was like, I think the more I look at things like that, the more I'm starting to get freaked out.
Yeah.
Because like you see these people and like all their businesses, their freaking homes, their cars are left behind. And it's like, what do you do? Like that's starting a whole new life. That's everything just gone. Everything you own, everything that you've invested your money into.
And let me tell you, home insurances are not fun. They're not quick. They're not going to be like, okay, we're going to drop everything and fix your house ASAP.
2,000 right there. Not even
especially with so many waiting for their homes to
be. No, what worried me more were the tornadoes.
Oh my God.
Damages that I kept seeing was crazy.
Did you know I didn't even know we can get tornadoes here? I thought it was a Texas thing. That was a Texas thing.
Hell yeah.
Girl, ever since I seen Twister, I was like, no, that's definitely like not nowhere near here.
It can cause tornadoes because of the spinning thing.
That's what my mom was telling me.
But my kids and me, we had a whole
hurricane talk.
Not like a tornado
evacuation.
A plan.
Where were you guys gonna go?
We were gonna go in Lupe's closet. And everybody had like a little getaway bag, and I had Max. My hubby had the backpack that had all our information in it.
Oh shit!
Carlos had that.
Greenland.
Yeah. Carlos had that because I couldn't leave him there. And then
and then go back up my daddy. You better not leave that motherfucker there.
I had it again, so we all had our own little thing, and we were like, we'll meet up in the closet.
And you know what's really, really also devastating to see is like I saw a lot of people like that were in hotels, you know, like that came here to Orlando from Tampa to get a hotel because they're like, you know what, let's just go a little bit farther. The hotel started to kick people out during their hurricane.
I don't know how they can do that. Yeah.
Why?
Because they were filled up.
Because they were filled up. And not only that, but because the hotels, I don't know if this is true, but they say that the hotels were saying like, oh no, these rooms are already booked for the electricians that are coming. Yeah. So then like the guy, like, you know, people were still upset because they're like, but where are we supposed to go? Like we have nowhere to go.
Yeah. So today's topic is about jealousy. It's all types of jealousy.
I think it's a little controversial.
Yeah.
Because I feel like now ahorita está ¿cómo se llama? Como el era de tóxica.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. I'm sorry, but that is absurd.
Pero eso es part of being jealous.
I think
so. Yes. Because you're.
Pero yo creo que la verdad, la neta, decir que eres jealous is kind of like
bad.
Yeah, like people look at you weird.
They do look at you weird, but there's a certain level.
Yes. And can I let me just say this before we get started. Don't confuse jealousy with envy. Because that's two different things. So let me go ahead and give you guys a definition.
Okay,
get the definition,
yes, girl. We got to get it right. So jealousy is a feeling that has to do with something that you have, maybe a thing or an attribute being threatened by a third party. So basically meaning like you feel threatened, meaning like that jealous, like, oh, like, why are you looking at me? Examples. I know you're looking at me like, what? Okay, love is never without jealousy, which is true. You get jealous of your partner. Okay. So for example, they say a motive for, let's say, for you to break up with someone or like to cheat on someone is
that's explainable.
Okay. Now envy. This is the meaning of envy.
And escuchen, hijas de puta. I'm just kidding. No, smart that out.
Envy is a feeling that occurs when you don't have something that another person has. So you feel like, I wish I had that.
Hoy no más.
Oh, that's what I said about the light. That's envy? Because I was like,
no más.
Because you were like, fuck you and fuck you. Yeah. You envy.
Just kidding.
So I didn't know that.
Wow. Yeah, so the example would be,
el example como el de Jessica.
Yeah, exactly. Just how you were envy that someone had light and you didn't.
That's
You were envying me, ho.
I know, that's bad.
That is really bad. And then
my son was like, that is, don't be confusing, because I was telling my kids that we had today, it was jealousy, and then I was talking to Lupe about it, and then Carl's like, envy. Don't confuse it. That, and then he's like, it's part of the 7
commandments.
Deadly sins.
Yeah.
There's 10 deadly sins, no?
No, that's
commandments.
Commandments and deadly sins are different.
Different. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
sorry. But yeah, so envy would be like someone's success, someone's upbringing. You know, you're preying on their downfall,
But
basically.
I think a lot of people do get a mixed.
Yeah,
for sure.
I mean, when I said that, I didn't mean it in an envy way.
So ahora el hate. El hate is odio.
Es odio por
no es
tener-
envy.
Yeah, no.
It's hate. Damn. So
have too
imagine
many.
people, they be envying you and hating you. No,
I think
envy is
that's too
haters.
much,
I
man.
think at a certain point,
They
hate
become the
is
same.
envy.
Okay, I was gonna
I
say,
think
damn,
so.
that's true.
It can,
Gosh.
Yeah.
yeah, I was gonna say it can correlate to the same. You know what I mean? Because you
Yeah.
can be envy that person wants your partner, but your partner's looking at them because you envy them for their looks. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that you become
Guys,
jealous
se
of that
barren con un
person.
huevo entonces, ¿eh?
Sí.
A la verga.
Porque no les dije de la luz.
Ay, but yeah, so who wants to start? Who wants to see if they're jealous? Who wants to
It's que
answer?
I feel
Who's
like-
jealous?
I'm a very jealous type.
I used to
am.
be.
I feel like I just started. I don't know what the fuck is going on with me, but I feel like I used to
Oh my
not
God.
care.
Yeah.
And now I'm
About
very
what? Like
jealous.
about anything or
Just
something
like,
specific?
yeah, like almost about everything. I feel like even like just in relationship wise, I used to not care. Like, oh, you know, like he's
If your
bound to look
partner's
at
looking at
he's
somebody.
bound to look at somebody else.
Yeah.
Even friendships, like I'm like, oh, she's hanging out with her. Yeah, like you know how friends
You're
get
chill
jealous. Yeah,
about it.
I'm chill about it. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like now I feel like I have been getting. I'm a very jealous person now. I feel
But
like I get jealous.
think about it. Why are you jealous?
There has to be.
I don't
it
know.
has-
That's
it's
that's
fear.
exactly what my partner says.
It's
He's like,
fear?
I don't give
It's
you.
fear that
that's
you
what,
don't-
okay,
they're
that's
not
what he
gonna
said.
love you.
Sorry, that's what my partner was saying because he says that he's never given me a reason, which is very, very true. And never I have ever felt threatened like, oh, he's gonna leave me for this person. But I do feel like it could be fear, like
Yeah.
he could want somebody, or is that
Sí.
fear always in the back of your mind, like, oh my god, like what if he does, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I believe that. I believe that it does run with fear as well.
Igual con tus amigas. Tienes,
Okay. Oh yeah, you're
las
scared.
envi-
que-
les tienes celos cuando están hanging out with somebody else. ¿Por qué?
Yeah, piensas que te van a
You're
dejar
like,
behind.
yeah,
Yeah.
mi amiguis, or
Yeah.
you're gonna like her better, and you're gonna want to hang out with her
Oh,
more.
yeah.
You
Aw.
know? So,
I'm like, oh, es que pues yo no tengo muchas amigas de estar ahí así celosa. I have a lot of like, sí son mis amigas, pero like yo no soy celosa así de mis amigas, así que digas.
yeah, and I feel like
That's-
recently, because I don't know, I feel like me and my best friend, we've been like really, really, really talking a lot. So now I'm like, yeah, why are you hanging out with her? Like, for what? So yeah, now I can see it a lot in little attributes that I do.
Yeah.
Like even in relationships, friendships, little things like that, I can see myself doing, and
Are
I'm
you-
like, oh my god.
Do you get jealous about mom?
No. What would
No,
I have
like,
to be jealous of?
that,
when I was a kid. When I was a kid a lot.
Oh,
And you guys
okay.
know this. I used to bring this up a lot with my siblings and my mom. I used to always say that I was jealous of my little brother and Karina.
¿Pero por qué? Porque la atención no la tenías tú.
Yeah, because all the
She felt like my mom would leave her behind.
Yeah, and I feel like my mom never really cared about how I felt. I mean, that's just me, because that's not probably true. My mom
Yeah.
probably loves the shit out of me, and I'm just being a brat.
Yeah.
But it's the feeling that I felt like, damn, like, am I not worth? Like,
But-
for example, am I not worth the quinceañera? That's what I would always the jealous. That's where the jealous would come from.
But-
like,
Yeah.
she got one, and
But
I'm
then again, is that
15.
jealousy or is it envy?
That
Yeah.
is true, because that's something she
También.
didn't have. So then,
Sí.
yeah.
So
but
I
I don't.
said
And
envy, yeah.
then that's the thing. I feel like it does become envy when you start to get angry about it. When you start to
You're
get
right.
Okay,
You're right.
now I feel better about the whole life. I wasn't
You're still on the light thing, girl.
She better feel
She felt that sin within.
Yeah, she's her.
She's hurt. But
Sorry, guys.
yeah, I guess you can say that, because like I said, that was always like, how come she got, how come she was able to have that opportunity, or even like little
Yeah.
things like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sí.
So I can see, yeah,
But not now.
Not
Like,
now.
you're not like,
I feel
oh,
like, yeah,
mom's
now
hanging
she's
out with.
over it.
yeah, now
She's
as an
like, fuck the
adult, I'll be
quinceañera.
like, girl, bye. I'll be like,
No,
I'll
I'm
get that
saying
myself.
like now you're not like, oh, like mom hangs out more with Jessica than me or Karina than me.
No. Now I feel like I stopped looking at things that way. Like, I don't look at things like, oh, but how come she has that? You know what I mean? I don't look at it like that. It should be like, one day we're all gonna have that. Like, I'm gonna get there. Like, it's not more like admiring somebody, not really having like.
Yeah, I think this is the thing that I've always said, like, como con las mamás, así como tú dices.
Oh, sí.
Si yo lo puedo hacer, si yo puedo hacer tiempo para mi mamá, también mis hermanos lo pueden hacer.
Yeah.
¿Por qué ver celos? No hay razón de tenerle celos que tu mamá esté con alguien más tiempo que tú. Porque así como ella pudo hacer el tiempo para estar con la mamá, también ustedes pueden hacerlo.
Like the phone works both ways, cars works both ways, so you gotta
definitely.
That's for sure. But I'm like on my celosa, just depending. But now that you were talking about it, I think it was the fear. Like, it was the fear, like, oh, me va a dejar mi boyfriend por aquella. But honestly, I wasn't jealous. Like, if we were out on the street, like, I always told my ex, like, okay, if you see a shawty that you think is cute, you better let me look at her too, and then we can look at her together. Así nadie está celoso. And then, of course, I can't say that one for guys, because obviously he's not gonna look at a guy. But
then it becomes like a one-way street.
Which is not good.
Fair,
but
exactly.
I mean, I always try to give that respect, not to look at somebody. But I mean, if my eyes just kind of locked eyes over there, then
so
sorry.
you're a looker. You're a looker.
I mean, si te topas conmigo, I mean, I will.
I'm sorry,
look,
but Karina
but
has them eyes. Like, she will look at you.
I will look. Boy, that's why God gave me this eyes. No, but yes.
But do you look more towards guys or girls?
I do both. But I think girls more probably now. Probably now. Nah, probably always.
I feel like they're even.
Which sometimes
I feel like you're
sometimes
even.
I feel like a guy. I'm like, oh my God, la señora a lo mejor me estaba mirando. ¿Qué le estaba mirando? The chick's ass or some shit. Like, damn. Or when somebody's very pretty, I'm like, I literally say it to myself, which is so funny. I'm like, damn, she is so beautiful. Like, I just say it to myself.
But I think that's I don't know, because I feel like I can admire a pretty woman.
Yeah,
you know?
Of course.
Like, I'm like, oh, she's pretty.
And now I get you why
no
you're...
tienes envidia.
No, I don't.
Eso,
no,
like,
ni por
pero
mujeres que están más bonitas. I just
like,
feel like, oh, they're so beautiful.
And I'm not into girls, but I can admire a pretty person, like a pretty girl. But like, mira, está bien bonita, or her outfit is nice, you know?
A mí lo que me enfada, no, yo igual con hombre, like, yo no soy que oh, he's hot. No. Even if it's a show, like I said before, if it's a show, like his voice, eso lo que sí, ¿verdad? Pero el cuerpo, no.
I don't know what it is tampoco.
I feel lo que me cae mal es cuando una mujer, obviously, like you say, tú lo aceptas que tiene bonito cuerpo, bonita cara, pero me cae hasta la chingada cuando se creen tanto como que, ay, tú eres pedazo de mierda, que hasta te hacen acá ver
los ojos.
Eso es lo que sí me emputa. Y no son celos, es like, girl, humble your ass, because todos nos vamos a hacer, y todos nos vamos a hacer viejos. Y así como estás ahorita, no te vas a ver así en el futuro.
Forever.
Sí, hay gente que está bien con la cara bien, like, las narices bien paradas, like, se creen, like, y hay unas que están bellísimas y
hasta
tienen la misma confidence.
Amen. They got the confidence.
All for having confidence.
I mean, I'm not trying to tear them down or anything, but I mean, like,
the ones that are over their heads, that's something else. Like, you know, now you're being,
they're rude. They're like, I'm not saying about the confidence. If you think that you look like a whole Beyonce, it's fine, you know, but just don't be looking at me like we don't got the same body, my honey, because we have the same body, but you think you're Beyonce, which, hey, props to you, pero tú no vas a mirar a mí como que yo soy a piece of shit.
But guys, jealousy is very, very horrible.
Nasty,
like
dangerous.
It can actually kill people.
For sure,
dude.
I've seen movies and shows,
but jealousy is something. It's a poison you don't want to touch. Cause
it's scary.
And
I mean, I've never come across that.
A poison. I don't think it's something that's bad towards the second party, but for you, like, if you choose jealousy,
ya no es jealousy. It turns into something else.
I think it's jealousy.
It's pure rage and jealousy.
I've seen it. I haven't seen, but I heard of a guy that got killed over an ex-boyfriend being jealous. Like, he literally got murdered because the guy thought, like, he was jealous of his ex-girlfriend hanging out with this guy when they were just friends, and he was brutally murdered.
Tanta pendejada que ha pasado por
it's jealousy. At the end of the day, it came out to be that it was jealousy.
Let me just say, and it could be woman, men, it could be anything.
Of course.
Because I feel like jealous comes in, like, it could be the smallest little thing. Yeah.
Dude, I was just gonna
but
say
I'm saying
that.
it comes in many forms, like in anything. Like, it could be, like, you're, like, for instance, for men, it could be like, you're making more money than me, or you know, that type of thing.
You
so
have friends.
You have thank you, and you have friends, exactly.
Or you get love more. Yeah.
So I definitely
everybody want to chill with you.
Like, jealousy can come in so many types of ways.
¿Han tenido amigas que son celosas o que se han dado cuenta que tienen celos a ustedes?
No, thank God. I feel like if I was to keep it,
una cosa, déjame decirte,
I've had family members that I feel
eso es lo peor cuando es familia que te tienen celos, pero sabes una cosa que yo nunca yo no me doy cuenta cuando alguien me tiene celos. Yo lo puedo ver en ti y, like, a ustedes y les está pasando eso, I can see it right away.
Of course.
Pero si a mí, yo no sé, a eso sí estoy pendeja porque no me doy cuenta.
Yeah, and that's bad, guys. And I don't think I could. Maybe that's why I say no. But, like, again, I don't have a lot of friends like that. Yeah. But I'm like you. I think I can fall. And I think it's like, sorry to say this, but I'm calling myself a pendeja. That's pretty pendeja and dangerous.
No,
because
I feel
you don't know if they're, like, si te odian o te tienen envidia, pero ahí están. Like, you know, you kind of don't know, or you don't see it. Yeah.
Hasta, like, a third party que te dice, hey, like, watch
that's
out.
Dangerous. Yeah.
Be careful.
Oh my God, you're right. You don't
really kind of see it. Now that I'm thinking about it.
No te das cuenta. No te das
I remember somebody that was at your birthday party, and I'm like, girl, you need to watch it. Like, even her air energy was disgusting, and you were like, really? Like, I can't say it.
I'm saying at my birthday party. That's how I was saying, whose birthday party?
Yeah. And I was like, and Karina was like, yeah, I kind of have, I don't know. But pero no te has juntado con esa persona in the longest. Ahora. But I'm just like, at first I was just like, oh.
I feel like it can be little backhand comments for me that I have noticed. Like, from
so you do notice it?
Yeah, I do notice it.
Oh, you do know.
Yeah, but let me just say, I no longer talk to those people, but I can notice it. Like, little backhand comments. Like, they're trying to be nice, but they say it in a fucked up way.
I can't.
And it's like, and like, you don't even know how to feel. You don't know if you should take it or be like, wait, what?
Pero hasta eso soy pendeja porque a veces así pasa que te dicen cositas pendejitas.
And you laugh it off. Well, for me, I just be like,
o te emperran en el momento, but you're like, ay, es que son así de estúpidas, ¿verdad?
Yeah.
Uno lo toma así, pero en realidad son los pinches celos que te tienen celos.
Yeah, guys,
like, they're just
so
blunt.
nice.
Nah,
okay,
you can tell when it's
there's two different types.
I feel like that's kind of like where I would always be like, no, but they're my real friend because, like, you know, they're real to me. Like, but what if that, like, you know, is that real?
No, that's very confusing. That could be very confusing.
Especially
from a person being super blunt and then a person
like
just being.
And you think like,
jealous.
You know, así son, like, así son de fucking dumbasses. Like, wow. But no, dude, like, I feel like they know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah, I think only once in my life I noticed that maybe it's not towards me, but about how I do things. Because and especially happens more in the work area.
Yeah,
That's where you see more jealousy, que todos están que como que tú vas a entrar a robarles el trabajo. You know?
My God, you're
everybody
sorry.
like anywhere you go, there's jealousy in the work area. Like, you're gonna take my job, so I'm not gonna let you learn this. And I'm the type of people. Yeah. I'm the type of people when I go in, I pick up everything because I don't want to be asking nobody for help.
Yeah,
you know, like I don't want to see malas caras. I don't want to see your dirty face when I ask for help. So I'm gonna pick it up. I'm gonna ask you questions how to do it, and I'm gonna pick it up that quick. And then, like, I've always been like that. I mean, always. So it has happened to me where I'm in the area and, like, I pick up everything. I get, you know, they acknowledge it. Yeah. So they give me work and they give me more responsibility. And then the backlash starts where they start talking about you. And, like, they try to be nice behind your back. You start hearing little things. And I hate it because, if, like I said, if you want to be like me, then act like me.
Yeah.
You know, like,
work like me.
Work like me as well. Yeah. Like, you know, like, why be jealous? There's no reason to be jealous. Because if I can do it, you can too.
That's what I was gonna say.
They want all the ¿cómo se dice? All the good stuff that comes from it, the praises, but they don't want to do the work.
That's the thing I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna say. That's recently happened at my workplace. I don't know if that's what it was about, but basically, like, they're all upset because of the pay or like whatever. The pay is not the same for everybody, basically. Yeah. So if you want a higher pay, do your fucking work. Like, work then. Like, if that's what you want, show that you want to. So I feel like
it's weird when people start asking how much do you get.
No, but once they do say, like, they do know how much you get paid for some odd reason. Then they want to hate on you. Like, why? For what? What does she do that I don't? And that's where it comes from.
First
if
of all,
you want it, and if you want it, you can get it.
Or like ask your boss.
No, and that's what I'm saying. El que quiere va a hablar. El que quiere va a hablar. So it's like, if, like Yesenia said, if I can do it, you can too. Don't ever feel like, oh, I will never get to that. Damn, like, I wish I had that pay. No, girl, you can do it. Just go ahead and do your work. Like, and it's that simple. So I feel like it can happen for everybody. Everybody just can't be haters and jealous and envious of other, especially women. That should be the first thing. Women should just stop hating on women. It's just not cute. Okay, guys. So, quick question: How do you think your insecurity contributes with your struggle with jealousy?
I would say how it does a factor. It adds on to more.
Yeah, like, how does it contribute? Like, how does it?
I would say, like, if you just have a very insecure, like,
but you
personally,
I'm like, I'm over here trying to talk about somebody else.
Do you have insecurities?
I would say yes, I do have insecurities, which is like my baby fat, like, well, my stomach, my baby fat,
baby fat,
not my baby fat, but like my stomach baby fat, like my
your pregnancy
of 7 years ago.
That's what I was like. Your baby fat.
Yeah, because
I get what you mean. Like,
I still have it on me.
¿Cómo se llama? That little nudge.
The little nudge.
Que no se quiere ir no matter what the fuck you do.
Yeah, and it's like, and I mean, everybody that knew me before I was pregnant 7 years ago, I was super skinny. I was skinny as shit. Like, my bones were just coming out. Like, you know, I was a skeleton.
And you didn't have to do anything. Like, you would eat whatever the fuck you want.
Yes, I would.
You used to even, like, model, dude.
I used to, low key, and like, now after my baby, like, me engordé un chingo, like, my sides. It's not just my stomach, like, my side, and it's like, it's very hard for me to lose weight, and this is what gets me so angry. I was there already.
No, but it's not hard for her. If she gets in a good, like, routine, she's good.
And I had it, but like I said, my depression, I just fall into this deep hole. Yeah, and this time, like, I've fallen very deep, and like, I can tell my weight on my face now. And like,
pero fíjate que you're not. I know how women are, pero tú eres muy bonita.
Even
if you feel like you gain, even if you feel like you gain the weight,
confident as fuck.
Thank you.
Yeah.
She beat her titty out, and I'm like, girl, what?
I think you would be the least person I would expect to have any insecurities.
Really? It's just my little pancita. Other than that, I don't care if I don't have an ass. I feel like I really don't.
You do, sis.
But you do.
It's just, I feel like you're too hard on yourself.
No, and I think yo quiero una pinche Kim Kardashian ass.
No,
like,
y luego
casi
yo
no
creo
quiere
que
nada.
también, yo creo que también depende de lo que te pones.
Yeah.
Like, you have to find things that make your booty look nice. Porque yo he visto en vez que traes unos pantalones que parecen que eran míos.
Oh yeah. I like baggy
Es la
clothes
moda.
too.
Ajá, es la
I
moda.
like
And I'm
baggy
like,
clothes.
Karina, no. Like,
I look flat as shit.
No, not that you look flat, pero like, you know, it doesn't
contribute to your beauty.
Yeah.
Yeah. And sometimes, like, guys, antes, I used to always be like, ay, voy a la Walmart. I don't go fuck how I look or whatever.
Hey, Walmart be having nice things.
No, I'm talking about me, how I go dressed. I was that before, like, I had my daughter. After I had my daughter, I didn't give a fuck how I went to freaking Walmart grocery stores. Even now, like, I really don't give a shit. Like, I'm gonna go comfortable as fuck. Like, you know, I really don't care. But back then, when I was like a teenager or whatever, oh my god, I had to go my best looking in Walmart, the Mexican store, anywhere, gas station.
You gotta make sure
bitch,
that's my daughter now.
My hair had to be gelled up, sweetheart, because like,
I never know who you were gonna see.
But now I really don't give a fuck. And like I sometimes me pongo a reír because I'm like, damn, like maybe my Instagram, my Facebook picture, like obviously is filtered. Everybody uses filter now, so don't come at me like, you use filter.
Yeah, and you're not a fucking catfish though. You're like,
you use filter too. So get the fuck out of here.
Hay unas que se pasan de verga.
Se pasan de verga.
Te pasas, Nico.
Te pasa. Bro, they changed their whole face reconstruction on
yeah, so sometimes I'm just like, damn, bro. People are probably like, damn, this zombie ass looking bitch. But nah, like I'm like, no, I like to just be natural.
I'm sorry, sis.
And, you know, my skin is very like, I don't have bad acne. Like I really don't. My skin is pretty fresh. Just depending because
her describing her whole ass body.
She's giving us details.
My face is pretty fresh.
Un arcito que tiene para el ombligo. No sé.
Nah, pero yeah.
Birthmark.
No, guys, but I could say like I am certain sometimes I am jealous of like girls that they've had more than one child and their stomach is flat. Yeah. If you have one child, like I get it. Okay, you can always snap back. You can snap back from one child. 2 kids now. If you snapping back, bitch, you doing it. You doing it. What the fuck? I want to be on that level. So sometimes I do be jealous. Like, oh my God.
But it's again, so if you have a routine and that's the type of body you want,
I can get it. I know I can get it. Like
that's a good thing that you can get it.
I know I can. Anybody can. We all can. If I want, I can be an astronaut the day of tomorrow. But I have to try. Yes, you can. I can. I can go to school.
Not tomorrow.
Yes, I can.
And her dreams, yes, she can.
You know,
can go to the ¿cómo se dice?
NASA.
Yeah, ¿cómo se dice? Cape Canaveral and visit
No, but no, todo en este pinche mundo se puede, guys. Like, tienes que poner ganas. Tienes que echarle fucking ganas. Like, you know, that's just what it is. Yeah, just fucking excuses. But how about you guys? How about you, Jessica? How does it? Ooh, that felt weird. Jessica.
Girl, I know. When my man be like, just come. Like, what the fuck did I do?
You're like, why are you calling me by my government name?
I always call her sister. But what about you, sister?
Okay.
How do you feel like it affects?
Do you have side effects?
Yeah, like I feel like I don't want to call it confidence because I'm not confident. And I don't want to say I love myself because obviously I don't. But not in that way. I'm saying like body wise. I'm not saying like I don't love myself. I love myself. But you know what I mean? Like,
you say you don't love your body.
Yeah, like I feel like I want my body to look different, but I don't want to call it confidence. I want to call it ay, ya se me fue la pinche palabra.
Se le fue el avión.
I'm settling.
Okay.
I'm ¿cómo?
Settling.
There you go. With this body. I'm like, okay, I'm okay with it. Like, I'm like, ya si me muero así, it's fine. Yeah. Like, yo no estoy diciendo...
You learn to accept it.
Ándale. Like, I'm not like, ooh, I look cute. No, like, I accepted that I have this body and I'm fine with it.
But is that good?
No. Because I'm always like, I need to get to working out. Because I have done it. I have lost the weight.
A part of you misses that.
Yes. It's because it's not that I felt prettier. Yeah. But I felt lighter. I felt happier. I felt like I had a routine, and I like that routine. I love running, but like running was my shit. Like I can run.
And I know I remember because I was there with you every day.
I couldn't run ever. When the fuck did I ever run?
And
never.
Dude,
not even earlier from TikTok.
No, like listen. In the beginning, I remember I would be like, no, now we like we'll run. We'll walk for 5 minutes and then jog. Yeah, run for those other 5 minutes. She'd be like, no, I don't want to. Like, but and little by little, like she and soon enough, she was running. Like she wasn't jogging no more.
I seen it.
She was running,
and I loved it. Like I just like how, bitch. You know how people tell me, or they tell us like, oh, look at your like if you want something, look at it, manifest it, bitch. I would dream myself running. I would see myself running, and like everything was running, and it did. Like I would run. Like I would go out. We would go through the trail. We would run I would run with Joanna all the time.
You would find time to run. You would be like, okay, I'm gonna go to work. Okay, after work, I'm gonna go run at least.
And I lost a good 40 pounds. Dude. And let me tell you, it's nothing. It sounds like a little number.
It's a lot, dude.
When you feel 40 pounds away, it's a big difference. And let me tell you, I wasn't doing it because I wanted the booty or the boobs or nothing like that. I was just the way it made me feel. Yeah. So like, I'm not insecure. I'm insecure. Obviously, you guys know my arms are my insecurity as fuck. Like, I hate them. Like, if we always talk about it. Like, oh, if you wanted a surgery, what would you get? My arms. I would operate my arms. Fuck the belly. You know? But my arms, because there's beautiful shirts for gorditas all the time. Yeah. Pero las manos, por eso no puedo.
Pero eso está a ti, que a ti no te da. You're not content with that because anybody else could wear it. Y tienen los brazos igual que exacto. But it's yours.
It's me.
Your comfortability.
And look, and I look at pictures, bro, and I didn't have these arms before my child, before I had my first kid, because I remember I was looking at pictures that Yessi sent me of me before, and obviously I was never comfortable with anything
nada descotado.
Like, because my dad, he was always like, oh no, you don't dress like that, like you know. So I would wear my shirts that I wear now, but it was because I didn't have confidence. But it wasn't because I didn't have, like, I'm gonna say I was like super like, oh my god, it's my arms. No, it was just my body in general, because my dad was like, no, you're gordita, you're supposed to dress like this. And no gordita, because I wasn't gordita yet. I feel like if I had that body now, I'll be like,
girl, I'm snatched.
You know, like, I'm llenita, whatever.
Good,
I've always been gordita, llenita, whatever.
It's llenita. I would say llenita.
Yeah. So after I had my daughter, I feel in the pictures I've seen that my body changed completely. And like, obviously with my daughter came the depression because my dad and blah blah blah, and everything piled up. So like, nunca me cuidé. And it's true, like, people like, cuídate porque vas a quedar mal, and that's fucking true.
It is.
Like, for sure. Yeah, you were talking about your pouch that never leaves, and my whole body. Like, I feel like I gain weight everywhere. But mostly my arms, because I've noticed that in pictures. Like,
so how does it play a role with your jealousy?
Because I like you said, like, I don't know. No, I feel like okay, so back then, I feel like more back then, obviously with my partner. Because you were like, oh, you think that he's just settling for me.
He has an idea.
So, like that, like, he has the idea of a woman, or like, I would catch him looking at other women, and those women don't look like me.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, that he'd be looking at their
certain
figures.
Yeah, and I know that back then that was my insecurity, and with the jealousy, for sure. And luego, pues más siento que it was new, the relationship was new, so more back then. Now
you don't give a fuck.
I don't. And it's not because I don't love him, it's just because I'm okay. Like, I'm better with me, like, I'm settled. I settled with myself. But I want to work on it, and I'm going to work on it.
You are, girl.
You know. And I feel like if there comes a point when I feel like, because I have been in the jealousy hole. I've been jealous of, not of a certain woman. It's just jealous in general. I've been in the hole, like, I've been there, toxic, like, dark, toxic, toxica, whatever. But it wasn't affecting my partner. It was affecting me. Mentally, I was like,
es que eso es todo. Like, you're jealous. It's only affecting you because
and let me tell you, woman, if you got a sixth sense, if you feel it, it's because it's true.
That is.
Algo tiene que haber, and algo había, and we got that fixed. But after that hole, I feel like I told myself, don't go back. Y poquito a poquito, like, girl, I'm not gonna tell you it's de la noche a la mañana. No,
like, it takes time.
I've been working on it, and I always try to work on it, because at the end of the day, it's not because I stopped caring about him. It's because I have to love me more.
Exactly.
And I already have all these other fucking issues, and I can't add jealousy to another one. And jealousy,
time is full.
For sure. And if this is the thing that I can control, because you can control. Like, I feel like if you can work on it, you can control it.
Your emotions.
For sure. And I'm just like, okay, just it's not another thing I want to add to my fucked up list.
Yeah, that's true.
It's pretty long.
Yeah.
So if I can remove that, I would remove it.
Yeah.
And like, I've never been envy of other women.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm pretty okay. You know?
Yeah.
If I don't have it, como digo Joanna, if I don't have it, I could have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't have it because I'm lazy, because I don't do it, because I have
Your
other
excuses.
things above what I can, but I can't have it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I've never been jealous of other humans, anybody.
Yeah.
Besides you guys, because you had light and I didn't. Just that little part. Just that little part.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't think I've never felt
How about
jealous.
you, Yessie? How do you feel like you're insecure? Do you have insecurities?
I don't know.
Because I know a couple people that don't have insecurities, which I'm like, girl,
Man, you know what? Shut the fuck up.
Everybody has. You must live like, hey,
Everybody has one. Because I used to have a friend
internally, they.
I feel like everybody does have an insecurity, and everybody was say, like, I feel like now if you're insecure by yourself, they treat you like shit. But why? You're so this, you're so that. But it's, you cannot take
Control it.
anybody's insecurity out of them. You can't. That's just how they're gonna feel. You know what?
And
like
it's
you
just
said,
their
you can change
self-image,
it.
just how you look at yourself. So it's their own.
Okay, so you said your insecurity.
Sorry.
She's like, well, I don't.
No, sí la he tenido. Okay, ahorita ya no. No tengo porque igual like.
Yeah, you've grown out of it.
Yeah.
And I think it could be an age thing.
I was gonna say that. I was
that
gonna say
too.
when you're younger, you're like, oh my god, I wish I can have like that thin body. And now you have different insecurities, and you're like,
old.
yeah.
No, I don't even feel old, to be honest.
We always say that, huh?
Yeah,
like you feel like you're 15.
Yeah, I feel like I'm 15.
Same.
I'm
literally.
cutting it more to like 25 at this point for me.
No, like, no, yo trato de no poner mucho like mind to it, like igual con las mujeres, porque yo creo que uno de mujer siempre está with your image, right? Like comparing
You're
yourself
trying
to
to
other
look
women.
a certain way.
And now I'm just to a point where, girl, you're there, I could be there too.
Yeah.
But I'm not there because I don't want to at
Yeah.
that point, you know? Like anything, like I gain weight. I find myself gaining weight and I'm like, okay, I need to lose it. And then I lose it, you know? But back then, like I started, like there was a situation as well where you're like, why me? Why did it happen to me? Is it because of my image?
Yeah.
And that played a lot into it. But, you know, like, I felt like at the end of the day, another person can come in and appreciate this image.
Yeah,
so
Exactly.
So it's not so, and then it's come to the point where like, if you don't like me, it's because something in you, it's something you cannot deal about me. It's your issue, your problem, not mine.
Yeah, that is so true.
So at this point, I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah. So
It
you
is
would
what
say
it
you don't have like like you don't think insecurity plays like because you're not jealous. That's probably why you're not so jealous.
Yeah,
Or are you jealous?
I'm jealous with Jessica. With her, like, if she starts chilling with other girls, and then she's calling them friends. I'm like, girl, don't be calling them friends.
They ain't your friends, girl.
Not that I mean, I'm just like,
That's my friend.
yeah.
I used to be like that a lot in middle school and high school, especially high school, because I feel like we're a little more adults. So I used to, I have a best friend, and when I would see her hanging around with my other friends more, or they would be like, "Oh, remember we did this?" And it's like, when, bitch? What day, ho? I wasn't invited. Why the hell was I not there? I live around the corner from your house. What the fuck happened? I got a cell phone. I got a cell phone.
You lost my number, baby. I'm gonna resend it.
I was like that too. I'd be like, oh, they're hanging out. Oh, I'm so mad. Like, that's my friend. Like, I would definitely. But that was middle school.
Not in your
But
relationship.
I feel like your friendships are not like mine in Yesenia's.
True.
We are like another level.
I mean, that's what I said. This was in middle school. Of course, they weren't my best friends. They were acquaintances back then, of course. But según yo, todas eran mis best friends. Todas eran mis friends.
Yeah, I feel like you've been, and it's sad because at the moment I really thought they were your best friend sister. And then now they're gone. Like, how do you get to a level? I don't mean to laugh, but how do you get to a level when you're so close to somebody and just fall off?
Oh, girl, it happens.
It happens.
And it happens naturally sometimes, and you don't even mean to, but it just happens.
But look, like me and Jessie, we have like I wouldn't say like drifted because we didn't drift, but like there had been moments where we just didn't talk for the longest.
But like that's
and
where
we pick up.
That's where I feel like pride comes into show. So like either you guys love each other since childhood. And you guys always have those memories together. Yeah. I feel like when you really want a friendship to work or any
you're gonna put it aside.
You're gonna put everything, your pride, your everything. If you feel like, damn, she didn't hit me up, why should I? I feel like that's what plays the biggest part if you want to reconcile or
maybe that's why a lot of friendships se pierden.
Okay, I see. So do you feel like you have like those insecurities in your relationship?
Fíjate que antes sí, ya no. I'm cool with it. Like, I don't know. I just feel like if si va a ver, and I can't tell them don't look, right? and it comes back to igual lo que dice Jessica. Like, at the end of the day, he's in my bed, my home, you know. Like, so I don't.
Yeah, you're like, I don't pay attention to that stuff no more.
Yeah, but let me elaborate real quick. But let me catch you cheating. It's a whole different. Just because I'm confident in that aspect, like I'm not jealous, doesn't mean that I'm gonna let you be nasty. You know?
That's true. Like I know, ¿verdad? But like obviously, cosas pasan. Cheating does happen.
Yeah,
and it does take a toll on you because then you start looking at yourself. But that again comes back to it's not my problem. You cheated because you have an issue within you. You know. Yeah. So it's not me. So I mean, I think it's igual la edad. Que ya tú misma ya sabes lo que quieres. ¿Verdad? Ya sabes lo que quieres. You don't want to be in a negative place. You don't want to be.
And you know your worth at some point. I feel like that's when you've reached the full, like, you love yourself. And you know, like, I feel like that's when you fully know yourself completely.
Sí.
Definitely. Because I feel like that's the hardest thing in your 20s. Is just trying to find yourself, love yourself. Like, trying to figure out what works for you. I feel like for me, I'm very like, how do I say it? I'm very like, I have to ask everyone before I do it. And my sister attests to that. I can ask literally the littlest thing. I'd be like, guys, do you think I should do it? Do you think I should apply? Do you think I should do it? And I have to ask every person in my life that means something to me in order for me to make that decision.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. I feel like I cannot make good decisions for myself. I don't trust myself enough.
Shut up. So I feel you made a big decision. Mom told me. And you didn't ask me.
Yeah, you're so right.
She can ask me the same questions 5,000 times. And she's not sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, she always takes whatever she does. Like, even though sometimes I'm like, no, Joanna, go this way. She goes the other way.
Yeah.
Why even ask, bitch?
Yeah, at least I ask.
But she does tend to do that. So when that happened, I was shook. But she told me about my mom.
Yeah.
My mom told me of that.
How does that play with jealousy?
Oh, no, nothing. That was just a good story I wanted to tell about me going to Mexico.
No, but I guess it does tie because that's how you are in your relationships, no?
Oh.
Like, you have to...
You're not sure of your decisions?
Yes.
So you have to ask and ask.
I feel like I feel like I need a lot of reassurance.
But why?
How
did that even happen though?
I feel like that used to never happen. I feel like I don't know, at one point I just started feeling like I can say, and you know what's crazy? I used to not feel like this with my braces. I used to feel like the baddest bitch without.
Really?
Yes. And I used to be like, that's my biggest insecurities. But to be honest, I used to feel good. Like, I used to feel pretty. I used to feel, I don't know. And now with braces, I just feel like a fat ass, fucking chimuela looking ass bitch. If you don't notice, all over, if you guys don't follow me on my spam, y'all should. But I literally make fun of myself with braces because I just know that I look so funky. Like, and I thought I was going to look so much. No, it's because I think I had a different picture in my head of what I was gonna look like. So I feel like that does not correlate with what the fuck I'm looking at.
Es que los braces te hacen bien pinche trompuda.
Yes, and I can notice it in my pictures, and like I don't take
pero
no
eso es
pictures.
tú.
That's what my man says because he's like, because I asked him, I have to ask him at least like 5 times. Like, you think like my makeup looks good? Do you feel like my lipstick looks fucked up? Like, it's always about my mouth area.
Yeah,
and it's
so
just
it makes you
she wanted.
She was like, "Oh, my teeth are
And I think that maybe that correlates with what you were saying about that lately you've been jealous.
Yes. So I feel like
it's been
because your image is not up to what
it's
you
up
expected.
to what I'm used to.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm so used to always like slapping some makeup on, and I'm like, damn, bitch, you look good. Or doing my hair, and I feel good. Yeah, right. And then I randomly just on like Friday, I just want to look good, and I'll put on makeup. But now I just feel like this is permanent for a while. I can't just take it off, put it back on.
Yeah.
So unless I'm mouth closed all day. So I just feel like that. I feel like those little things I feel like are starting to like
creep up on you.
creep up on me, and basically like causes like ripple effect where like now every little thing I'm like I freak out about my image. That's what I mean. Like I like be like, oh my god, I feel like this doesn't look right. My braces are blue. Why is my outfit pink?
No, like I feel like
shit like
when I hear Joanna saying that, sometimes I'm like, because I'm like, bro, I wish that was my insecurity.
Yeah.
And not my arms, because my arms cannot come
But then again, I could say that. I'm like, girl, why your arms, girl? You got your big butt. Like,
that's another thing. Not even that's just your beautiful face.
It's always us. It's
mentally.
Not like, we're always thinking like, oh, people are looking at this.
Yes.
But they're not. Sometimes they're not.
They don't give a fuck about you.
Yeah. Sometimes you walk in thinking that they're gonna focus on that because that's your insecurity.
Yeah.
And we're not conscious of that though.
Yeah. And let me tell you something. I miss flossing, bro. I never would thought I would say that, but I miss flossing my teeth. Not that I don't floss now, but you know how hard it is to floss with braces. Like, oh my god,
it's a fucking mission. But enough with the braces. I was gonna say, you guys think like, okay. I feel sometimes it's jealousy. I don't know. I think they take it as jealousy. Like, I'm that person that I'm at the club, I'm at a bar, I'm at a party, and if I see, like, your makeup, it looks nice, your outfit, your shirt, your shoes, whatever the fuck, a bracelet, the smallest thing, I'm that person that I always like to give people compliments. So I, like, me pasó como 2-3 times where I'm at the club. Maybe because they were drunk or whatever. Maybe. And these times I wasn't too drunk. I had just arrived or whatever. And I'm just like, oh my God, I love your fit. They're like, thank you. Like, they give me that face. Stupid, like, nah, smart. Bitch, you hating on me, you hate my outfit, you just want to tell me something, like, and like I can see it in their faces, I can feel the vibe, and I hate that shit. And I just, at times I'm like, has that ever happened to you? Do you guys see that as a jealousy? Not like, I feel like they think I'm jealous because I'm giving them a compliment.
But again, that comes on to what Yesenia said. I feel like it's not you, it's them.
Yeah,
they might not be feeling their outfit that they think that you're
making fun of them.
That I'm making fun of them. Yeah, which I'm just
because like, there is people like that.
Yeah. It hasn't happened to me.
That's what I was gonna say, because there is people that I like, mean girls, where she's like, oh, I like your bracelet.
That's the ugliest effing bracelet I've ever fucking seen.
It's a skirt.
Oh, sorry, that's the ugliest effing skirt I've ever seen.
Yeah, she's like, oh, I love your skirt, and she's like, it's my mom's. It was my mom. She's like, vintage. Fue cuando le said that's the ugliest effing skirt.
Yeah.
So the one question for all you guys, and this is relationship wise, what is one behavior that you will never tolerate in your relationship? A behavior.
Okay.
And it's not cheating. No.
No, behavior. But jealousy, like kind of something.
A behavior, jealousy. It could be.
It's because I've tolerated a lot. I'm a very nice person.
Something that I would definitely not tolerate, that I think, if it has to do with my insecurity and like jealous type.
Say the question again. I'm lost.
What is one behavior that you would never tolerate in your relationship?
Okay.
So I would say, like, if there was a girl passing by and he was like, damn, she looks fine, but in front of me, like saying it,
like not acknowledging that you're there,
or like making like a grunt noise or something like that, like, bitch, I'm gonna knock you the fuck out.
And you're out,
like, goodbye, bitch. Like,
I would say the same thing, because that's happened. Like,
because you can say, oh my, damn, that girl has, damn, her ass is big.
I feel like that's different than
me. Damn.
Like, I've dropped someone like that day, because you can don't compare me. Like, just don't compare me, or don't like you say, don't act like I'm not there. Don't act invisible. Don't tell me something you would tell your homeboy. Like, don't do that. Yeah, there. Don't
What about you?
It's happened to me.
What about you guys?
For me, I think more if like you don't have my back in public.
Okay, there we go.
That's a fucking good one. I'm sorry, but that's a good one.
Yeah, that is a good one.
Oh my god, preach to that. I like that.
It's hard. That one was good though.
Yeah.
I was thinking more like physical stuff, like, but I don't know.
All right, we'll go back to sister.
No, I think kind of like Yesenia's, but not have my kids is back. I think that's very important.
Yeah.
Because I feel
But
like
in a relationship, girl.
I know, but I'm saying like, let's say like, it's because my kids are growing, and I feel like if you don't have my kids as back as my partner, as their dad, that is like a no.
That's
like,
a no to me.
Because I feel like let's say the school call because our son got in a fight. Yeah. And then you take the other kid's side, or you are attacking my son for some type of way
in front of everybody else to see.
Yeah. Like, no, we come together and we protect our son, because at the end of the day, you know, he's our
right
son.
or wrong, he is your son.
Yes. So I feel like those type of behaviors, like,
okay,
you know,
you would
like,
not accept.
because I think I'm telling you, like, I'm too nice. And like you guys is como se dice, you guys is points were good, so like those sound perfect. Like, I love just saying like, of course, if he doesn't have my back, what the fuck. Even my kids, I'm like, y'all better have my back.
For real.
Yeah. What about you, Joanna?
She said it.
I said it's almost the same thing. Like, just not, how do I say, not acknowledging me as your partner, and like just not having no like respect. Like, have some damn respect for your partner.
Put some respect on it.
Alrighty, guys. So I guess we have come to an end.
And it was such a weird episode because it's jealousy plus image
Plus our insecurities.
Insecurity.
We talked a little bit about everything.
Yeah, which I love because, you know, así fluye la plática, you know.
And I I feel like it all kind of correlates. It all becomes like a pyramid to basically jealousy. It all leads to jealousy.
Yeah, so girls, don't be jealous, because you can be whatever the fuck you want to be. You can be anything. You can do anything.
Don't be no hating bitch. We don't want none of that. Especially towards women. We need some women empowerment. You know, don't put other women down. Can I just say this? I might get a little bit of backlash, but being a toxica is not cute, guys. No. Don't call yourself toxicas. Like, you guys, you know.
Just keep it in your fucking room,
keep it in your room. Keep your relationship to yourself.
Yeah, because it became a trend, like a big thing.
But it happens. Alrighty, guys. Well, we just want to say congrats to our winners of our giveaway, our very first giveaway. We're so excited, and we hope you guys are enjoying the shirts.
And don't forget to follow us on our social medias.
Yes, on our Instagram, Ready or Not Latinas. Here we come, because we are planning to do more giveaways.
For sure. And our TikTok is the same, Radio Not Latinas. Here we come, as well our Facebook. Don't forget to hear us on Apple Podcasts
and Spotify.
And Anchor if you like.
And Anchor if you like. Anchor.
And we appreciate all of you guys supporting us, and keep on sharing our videos, liking them, listening, and rating.
Yeah, follow us on our TikTok, because we're getting a little bit more active on TikTok. Yeah. They're hilarious. I don't know, but TikTok, it's like so funny to me.
It is.
Like, our videos are so much fun. If they're funny, better. Like, I don't know. I just think that's where you're gonna look a fool.
Don't just watch, like, and follow.
Comment.
Okay, it
share
doesn't hurt.
Post it.
It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt to follow.
Cheetos did it.
Yeah, Cheetos did it. Why can't you? For sure,
guys. Have a wonderful day and make it the best every morning.
For sure.
Peace out.
Bye.
So this is Jessica,
Joanna,
Jessie,
Karina.
and this is
Ready or Not Latinas. Here we come.